Learning about so many fascinating things: science experiments, environmental concepts, stories from history, and even social awareness topics. Today, they will present their understanding and creativity through demonstrations, working models, and explanations, just like real researchers and presenters. This event is not only about showing what they have learned, but also about helping them become confident speakers and problem solvers. So, let us begin this wonderful journey of knowledge and discovery with our students. So, parents, please give them a huge round of applause. So, students, are you ready?
Yes.
Both the groups?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So now parents, as you can see, we have two groups over here. Our first group will be demand and supply, and our second group will be
Force and effects.
yes. So force and its effects. So first we'll begin with demand and supply. So students, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, just a minute.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about economics. Our topic is demand and supply. A demand is when you ask for something that you want or need. A supply is what is available for you. When you go to the store, all the things you see on the shelf is your supply. The shopping will give you a demand. We will explain it to you so that you understand it properly. Are you ready? Let us look at the demand and supplies of umbrellas. So, we have an umbrella shop. There are 5 umbrellas in the shop. That is the supply of umbrellas. There are 2 people standing in a line to buy umbrella. That is the demand for umbrella. Right now, there is more supply and less demand. But then it starts to rain. As it rains, the demand for umbrellas goes on increasing more and more. You can see that the demand is more and the supply is less for umbrellas. As it doesn't start now, the demand for umbrellas goes on increasing more and more. When the demand is more and the supply is less, things can become costly. Then the sun comes out. Now so many people do not want umbrellas. Now again you have a more supply and less demand. When the demand is less and the supply is more, things can become cheaper. Demand for something keeps changing, like we just showed you. We hope you properly understood what demand and supply means now. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Well done, students. Very good. So here, yes. Now we'll begin with our second group, that is force and its effects. So are you ready, students?
Yes.
Okay. Let me do this side. Just a minute. Just a minute. Stand aside. Okay.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about 2 forces that affect around us. Push and pull. A push is when we remove something away from us. When we bring closer to you, it is the pull. Let us see how push works. My friend will push the ball. As you can see, this is a push. We use force to move the object away from us. Let us see how pull works. My friend pulled the ball now. As you can see, this is a pull. We brought object close to us. As you can see, we use push and pull everywhere. When we open a drawer, we are pulling it towards us. When we close the drawer, we are pushing it away from us. When we are using the computer, we are pushing down the keys on the keyboard. When we travel a trolley bag, we pull it behind us.
Let us see how push ball. This ball is just sitting now. My friend will push the ball. See what happens. As you can see, we use force to make objects start moving.
Let us see what force can do. My friend is going to go and make the ball stop. As you can see, we use force to make the moving ball stop. So we have seen two things that force can do. Force can make an object stop moving. Force can make an object start moving. But there is more force that force can do. Now let us try something else with this moving ball. My friend will gently tap the ball. As you can see, we use force to change the direction of the moving ball. Now let us try something else with this moving ball. My friend will gently push the ball. We will do this on the floor.
Yes.
As you can see, we use force to change the speed of a moving ball.
So we have seen two more things that force can do. Force can change the direction of an object. Force can change the speed of an object. But still there is more things that force can do.
Now let us try something else with this ball. My friend will press and push the ball. As you can see, we use force to change the shape of the ball. If we use rubber band, we use force and pull it out and change the shape. When we let go, rubber band goes back to own shape. If we use a door, we use force and pull it out and change the shape. When we let go the door stays in the new shape. So what happens after we let go, that depends on the material. Now we have seen one more thing that force can do. Force can change the shape of an object. Some stays in the new shape, some goes to their own shape.
So, can you tell the audience the 5 effects of force?
Yes, force can make objects start moving.
Force can make objects stop moving. Force can change direction of object. Force can change the speed of an object. Force can change the shape of an object.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Very good. Well done, students. Now, I request Priya ma'am. Okay. So, I request Dipali ma'am to give away the certificates to our little researchers. Yes. Yes. So, first we have Yanika. Please give them a huge round of applause. All the students. Next you can take photographs. Next we have Divija. Please clap for them, students. Come on, clap for your friends. Next we have Arna. Hold your certificate, students. Next we have Advait. Last from first group we have Harsh. Please give them a huge round of applause. Well done, students. Now we'll give away the certificates for our second group. First one, Tanvika. Please give her a huge round of applause. Next, Anish.